Here is this free appointed person, CPCS Blue Card, Renewal mock test. It contains 15 questions similar to what you'd get on the official NOCN Pearson VUE touchscreen test. I will first read the question and then give you a few seconds before I reveal the correct answer. Ready? Let's go. 1. What remains the responsibility of the appointed person, AP, even when delegating other duties? A. Documentation. B. Execution and safety of the lifting operation. C. Emergency response procedures. D. Environmental considerations. Correct answer, B. Execution and safety of the lifting operation. 2. Why is it important for the AP to consider and specify the competencies and skills required? A. To meet regulatory requirements only. B. To control the risks during the operation. C. To fulfill the equipment manufacturer's recommendations. D. To ensure the lift plan includes all necessary details. Correct answer, B. To control the risks during the operation. 3. What happens to the load in each leg of an accessory if the included leg angle is increased beyond 90 degrees? A. The load increases. B. The load remains the same. C. The load decreases. D. The load becomes variable. Correct answer, A. The load increases. 4. Why is it crucial to keep the jib or boom of a LE crane well clear of overhead power lines? A. To increase the risk of arcing. B. To test the durability of the equipment. C. To minimize the visibility of the crane. D. To prevent danger of arcing if close but not touching the power line. Correct answer, D. To prevent danger of arcing if close but not touching the power line. 5. What are the distances that LE cranes need to be kept from overhead power lines? A. 1 meter. B. 3 meters. C. 5 meters. D. Distances vary, depending on the voltage of the power line. Correct answer, D. Distances vary, depending on the voltage of the power line. 6. What procedures should be in place if the lifting of persons needs to take place? A. No specific procedures. B. Only communication methods. C. Reliable evacuation procedure and communication method. D. Ignore lifting persons. Correct answer, C. Reliable evacuation procedure and communication method. 7. Why do ground pressure loadings need to be known, and how can they be calculated? A. No need to calculate. B. Only consider the type of LE crane. C. To ensure stability, calculated through formulas or manufacturer data. D. Ignore ground pressures. Correct answer, C. To ensure stability, calculated through formulas or manufacturer data. 8. What is the minimum distance that LE cranes need to be kept away from slopes? A. Ignore slopes. B. D plus D is greater than 2 times H. C. No specific distance. D. H minus D is less than D. Correct answer, B. D plus D is greater than 2 times H. Nine. How can temporary roadways affect the safe passage of mobile-type LER cranes? A. No impact on safe passage. B. Roadways are always safe. C. Ignore temporary roadways. D. Cause collapse if driven too close. Correct answer, D. Cause collapse if driven too close. 10. Why does the lift plan emphasize that the slinger directs initial movements to the LE crane operator before handing control over to the designated signaller? A. To minimize incidents like trapped limbs. B. To fulfill regulatory requirements. C. To expedite the lifting operation. D. To delegate control to the designated signaller. Correct answer, A. To minimize incidents like trapped limbs. 11. What determines the level of supervision required for a type of lifting operation? A. Personal preference. B. Type of LE crane used. C. Proportionate to the risk of the operation. D. Ignoring regulations. Correct answer, C. Proportionate to the risk of the operation. 12. What needs to be taken into account when specifying the type of lifting accessory for a lifting operation? A. Personal preference. B. No considerations needed. C. Only the type of load. D. Load characteristics and accessory limitations. Correct answer, D. Load characteristics and accessory limitations. 13. What should be specified if more than one set of lifting accessories are being connected to the hook of a LE crane? A. A shackle of sufficient size and load capacity. B. Use accessories of different types. C. Use smaller shackles. D. Ignore specifications. Correct answer, A. A shackle of sufficient size and load capacity. 14. When does the rated capacity of a LE crane apply? A. Freely suspended load only. B. All times and situations. C. Attached to a structure or vehicle. D. When overloaded. Correct answer, A. Freely suspended load only. 15. What procedures should be in place if the lifting of persons needs to take place? A. No specific procedures. B. Only communication methods. C. Reliable evacuation procedure and communication method. D. Ignore lifting persons. Correct answer, C. Reliable evacuation procedure and communication method. So, this was the last question of this free mock test. If you made it this far, I guess you're about to take the dreaded CPCS renewal test and there are no other study materials except the long and boring fact sheet. Some people have failed this multiple times. Like my brother who is not the brightest tool in the shed. But I still love him. Enough, in fact, to create a whole bunch of multiple-choice questions from his category fact sheet. And guess what? He finally passed. That gave me the idea of creating similar mock test questions and answers for each and every category. Very tedious work, but it's worth it if it helps you study and pass the damn test to extend your blue card for 5 more years. If you wish to be fully prepared, then you have the option of purchasing my ebook, which contains the full bank of questions based on the official NOCN fact sheet. Note that these questions are not exactly the same in the official test, but they will be similar and based on the same information from the fact sheet. So instead of learning the exact questions and answers by heart, apply logic to the answers, and use these multiple-choice questions to learn more efficiently for your CPCS Blue Card Renewal touchscreen test.